Ajahn Brahm. First question. Dear Ajahn Brahm, I've been estranged from my brother for over 20 years. He forsaked me at a time when I was totally broke and my life was falling apart. I have tried to bury the pain over the years and crawled back to my feet. Recently, he suddenly declared to his children that we are one family. He has entered his 60s and suddenly became a very devout Buddhist. He actually opened up a can of worms though, because all the hurt and pain I buried over the years suddenly resurfaced like it happened just yesterday. We still meet occasionally and on speaking terms, but I'm unable to remove the psychological wall that I've put up between us over the years to consider him again as my brother. What should I do?
Okay, it's important to try and take away that pain of the past. You do have a choice to carry that pain or to let it go. The pain of the past is like, carrying the pain of the past is like living in a prison whose cell door is open. You can let it go. So it's up to you to walk out of that prison cell of the pain of the past. Remember, if he's done some bad things, why allow the hurt which he has given to you to create more hurt inside of you? He's done a lot of bad things. Why allow that to stop you being peaceful and happy? So we let go of that hurt, that pain. It wasn't your fault, so let that one go. And actually you can look at him as a brother, because that's actually giving you some more peace and happiness in the future. You all know the two chicken farmer stories. You all know the two chicken farmer story? Okay, here we go. Once upon a...
There's so many questions.
Okay, quickly. There were two chicken farmers. One chicken farmer got up early in the morning, went into the chicken shed to collect the produce of the night before, took his basket into the chicken shed and filled the basket full of chicken shit. And he left the eggs in the shed to rot. He took the shit back in the house, where it stank the whole house out. He was a very stupid chicken farmer. Chicken farmer number 2 went into the shed. He left the shit to rot because it would be valuable fertilizer later on, but you don't take it into the house with you. He filled the basket full of eggs and brought the eggs back into the house. And then he could make an omelette for his family and sell the rest of the eggs in the market for cash. He was a very smart chicken farmer. The meaning of that story is this. When you remember your past, what do you put in the basket and bring into the present with you? The eggs or the shit? Are you a shit collector or an egg collector? Now you remember the pain of the past, it means you're a shit collector. Let that rot in the past, doesn't matter what your brother did. Let that rot in the past. And take the beautiful memories into the future with you. You can do that. And that's wise. Thank you.
And that story is in Ajahn Brahm's book, Opening the Door of Your Heart.
That's not. No. It's not your. No. Totally new story. That's what I told you. I'm calling you out. You haven't read the book. A long time ago.
What would you advise a person experiencing culture shock in a foreign land?
Oh, culture shock in a foreign land. I suffered culture shock. I was an English guy in London and I went to Thailand and I asked where's the toilet, and they said in that room, and I couldn't see any place to sit down in there. It was squat toilets. And I went, they gave me some oranges, but they were green. I thought you couldn't eat them, but they were Asian oranges. I had so much culture shock, so have fun with it. You get lots and lots of stories to tell to people. So one thing with culture shock, it does actually make you see things from a totally different angle. Well, that's one of the greatest things. For 8.5 years in Thailand, I had to see things, you know, from a Thai point of view. And I realised there's many more ways of looking at life than just one point of view. Different cultures, if you can put them together, that gives you a much wiser view. So culture shock is just growing pain. You're learning something. So, you know, keep the pain going, you're going to grow somewhere. Okay, you ready? I should carry on.
Yes, I'm ready. Ajahn Brahm, we have evolved into a complex being, having a complex mind, complex living, complex concepts. To attain enlightenment, we have to be simple. Why is this so? Can we just be created simple?
Created simple? No, come on, you grow simple. Like me, since I had so much complexity, we just make it more simple. So you just have one robe to wear. It's much better because you don't have to choose what you're going to wear when you get up in the morning. You don't have to worry about fashion. I've seen all these shops in Singapore. Amazing how many different sort of clothes you can wear. And just in the place where I've been staying the last days, next house to me, or next room to me, they've got all these shoes outside. I can't imagine how many more people must be living in that house. So keep it simple, and it's like you're not born a complex person. Look at a baby. Is a baby complex? They're very simple. So the trouble is we grow to be complex. And so you can actually grow the other way. Keep it simple. Just one wife is enough.
Okay, here comes the complex part.
Okay, go on.
My husband's having an affair with his co-worker. How many of you are having husbands with husbands having an affair with co-worker? Okay, we have a 4-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old boy. He has served me separation papers last week, but it's not moving out of the house. It kills me to see him every day, and I want to divorce him. But I hope he'll come to his senses and come home to us, because the other woman actually has another man, and my husband knows. I really hope he realizes his folly and not break up our family just to be...
Yeah.
Okay,
What
do I do?
Like some people are very, very stupid, and it really does hurt other people. So I'm not quite sure what you can do about that, man. Again, sometimes that you can't solve the problem yourself. You've got to go the roundabout route with his parents or with his friends or something or other to knock some sense into him. But certainly there's no right to stay in the same house with you if he's acting like that. But obviously sometimes you made a wrong choice tonight by choosing a man like that. But there are some people who are just, they are selfish and they go around hurting others. So my advice would be just to call it quits and get him out of the house. It hurts, but it's much better to get that tooth out, the rotten tooth out, so that you can actually have a healthy mouth for the future. That's what I say, because anyone who's cheating you like that is actually so stupid. Of course, the person may think that that's the love of his life and she's doing the right thing. It always feels right at the time when you really have a lot of lust. Lust is like crazy. That's why I say I'm crazy in love. You're not seeing things correctly. So be careful, because you can see in so many places in life people have had that lust, but they followed that lust and they kept so much pain for themselves and others, and they regret it enormously afterwards. So that fellow has got too sick with the cancer of infidelity, which hurts much more than any other cancer. So make sure any guys here, girls here, it goes both ways, make sure you don't do that. You create so much pain in life. What are you doing that for?
Similar question. My marriage of 6 months has broken down. My husband's chosen to abandon a marriage so that he can marry the prostitute he had sex with. Every day is an emotional roller coaster for me. Can you please give me some advice? And I love the podcast.
Yeah.
And help me through the darkest moments. Thank you.
Well, have some compassion for that poor prostitute who's going to have to put up with him.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. In certain faiths, they pray in order to make connections and talk their hearts out. How do we do it in Buddhism? How can we talk to the Buddha? Like Westerners talk to God.
Okay. Sometimes people talk to God, but he's not listening. That's exactly the same, but there's one difference. Talking to God and talking to the Buddha. At least you can see the Buddha.